Kicking off Smash is a triple threat match between Wolverine, Reed Richards, and Scott Summers. The winner will become the #1 contender for the world title. As Cyclops comes down to the ring, he is attacked from behind by the Blob, looking for revenge from Scott's rundown last week. Wolverine sees this and springs into action. He delivers a beatdown and even tosses Blob off the stage for good measure. Scott Summers now appears to be injured and cannot take part in the match, turning this to a one-on-one contest between Logan and Reed for the #1 contender spot. Early in the match, it is a close back-and-forth bout between the two athletes. After a sharp DDT, the Wolverine sets up for the fastball special off the top rope. But is parried by Richards. Who counters with an attack off the mid-rope. With the momentum in his favor, Reed locks in the sharpshooter. But isn't able to keep it locked in for long as Logan muscles his way free. Reed is hit with a pair of heavy attacks and is laid out flat on the mat. Wolverine, spiking with adrenaline, lets a roar out to the crowd. But Reed was playing possum and catches Wolverine in a tight small package pin. What an upset! Logan is in disbelief, and Mr. Fantastic walks off victorious, securing his world title shot at Secret Wars against Victor Von Doom. Logan, the Wolverine. Standing at 5'5", Logan is the shortest man on the roster. But he's got an even shorter fuse. Logan is a veteran of the pro wrestling industry. He held multiple titles earlier in his career in Canadian promotions, wrestling under the name Weapon X. He's often underestimated due to his size, but his opponents soon find out Logan can withstand more punishment than men twice his size. And with his aggressive style, he can deal that punishment right back. He's the best at what he does. But what he does ain't nice. He is an aerial threat with his signature flying clothesline, the fastball special. But his finisher, the Berserker, is one of the most feared moves in all of MCW. Next, Magneto and the Brotherhood make their way to the ring. I've grown tired of all this meddling and was not amused by Logan interfering with the Blob tonight. So, since you X-Men want to get more friends involved, I think I'll do the same. And I've found just the person to help with my short, hairy buffoon problem. And through the curtain debuts, Sabretooth. He and Wolverine have a history, and long-running rivalry from back on the Canadian circuit. They haven't seen each other in years, And this is the first time Sabretooth has appeared at an MCW event. Sabretooth announces he's joined the Brotherhood, and that he Before he can get his next word out, Wolverine's music hits the speakers, and the crowd goes nuts. "You just did me a huge favor, bub," Wolverine says with a smile. "I've been looking for a reason to whoop this piece of trash's ass for years now, and you just served him on a silver platter. I'll be seeing you very soon." "I was hoping you'd say that," Magneto smirks. With his world title match approaching with Victor Von Doom, Reed Richards takes the stage to deliver a message. He says, "Many have said that considering Doom's win streak, the odds are well stacked against me. But something my time as a scientist has taught me is that every problem has a solution. You see, at Secret Wars, I won't be leaving the outcome to chance. That's for gamblers. I've studied you, Victor. I will have all the variables accounted for, and I will prove that skill and technique can beat raw power. Every time. And when that belt gets put around my waist, you will truly understand why they call me Mr. Fantastic." Bullseye. He was scouted and brought into the MCW by the Kingpin and has been part of the Fisk family ever since. Before arriving in the MCW, Bullseye built a cult following from his years in ECW and is a pioneer in the world of hardcore matches and extreme wrestling. Few have pushed the limits in the ring to the extent of Bullseye. He's never seen a foreign object he didn't like. Bats, chairs, you name it. Anything Bullseye gets a hold of, he is likely to find a way to inflict damage on his opponent with it. With his exceptional agility, he's no stranger to high-risk attacks, regardless of the toll it takes on his own body. You don't want to end up in the crosshairs of his finisher, a 450 elbow drop off the top rope. In a singles exhibition, Elektra the Assassin faced off against Jessica Jones. After a close match, Elektra gets the win. During a post-match interview, she is blindsided by Typhoid Mary, who is no stranger to unhinged behavior. But when the attack spills backstage and Echo emerges from the shadows, the motive of this assault becomes clearer. Surely a message from the Kingpin that he intends to follow through on his reign of terror against Matt Murdock and his associates. And before going off air that night, cameras caught Wilson Fisk backstage speaking with Wonder Man Williams. No audio was picked up in the footage, so it is unclear what was said. But there appears to be a handshake made. What is the Kingpin up to?